Yo, what's up, guys? Earl DFS coming back with another DraftKings video. And today I'm actually going to try something different on the channel. And we are going to be going over tonight's 4-game slate for the NHL. Um, we have, starting at 7 o'clock, the Toronto Maple Leafs are hosting the Colorado Avalanche. There is a 6.5 point over-under for that match, with Toronto being favored minus 125 with a 3.37 implied total versus a 3.13 for Colorado. We're going to keep that in mind as we're going to be going over the top stacks and the top plays for today. Next, we have the St. Louis Blues and the Pittsburgh Penguins. 6 over under, one of the lower odds on the slate. 3.07 for the Penguins and 2.93 for the Blues. Next, we have the two later games at 9:30, and I like these two games much better than these top two games here. We have the Edmonton Oilers taking on the Ottawa Senators. 6.5 over under, 3.76 for the Oilers, top on the slate. 2.74 for Ottawa, lowest on the slate. So we're going to avoid Ottawa here, like, completely. I was running crunches this morning. The only one I got a little bit of is I got some I can't pronounce these names. Tukachuk. I got a little bit of him, and that was about all that I got from that team. So, and then we have the Washington Capitals and the LA Kings. 3.51 for the Capitals. They are the second best on the slate. So if you want to run a little bit of a stack correlation here, or not a correlation, but just a stack, you can go with some Oiler and Capitals. And I think that'll be the top stack of the night. But let's go to the first game here with the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Colorado Avalanche. I think this will be a high-scoring game. I think this should be the game to overall game stack because it's the closest game for these two, or it's the closest projected game with the highest over under. They are closer projected, but it's only a 6 over under compared to the 6.5. I know that's not that much. Hockey, half a goal is pretty big. So some stacks that I would want to run here are Matthews with Nylander and Johnston. But if you didn't want Johnston on this lineup because he's power play 2, you can always go down to Tavares here. He's power play 1 along with Nylander and Matthews. Or you can do Matthews, Nylander, and you can go down to Riley here at power play 1 as a defenseman. Or Barry if you're looking for a little bit more of a budget play. He's $700 cheaper than Riley. And that can be the difference between you being able to get a player like Matthews compared to a player like McKinnon or Ovechkin or McDavid. McDavid's probably one of the top plays on the slate here. If you're looking to stack the Avalanche, it is a pretty simple stack. It's these three. You will do a Colorado 1 stack with Donskoy, Rantanen, and McKinnon because they are all on, when it's even, is when it's a 5-on-5, they're all on the ice together, and they're all on power play 1. Now you can always take those 3 and partner it up with a defenseman, and in that case, you will partner with Kale Macher. As for goalies, I didn't get much of these goalies just because it is the highest projected game, so you generally want your goalies to be in the lower projected game. Picture this like baseball. These are your pitchers. You don't want a game in Coors Field. You don't want the pitchers. And the highest over-under with a very balanced implied totals, you don't really want the goalies. Some other decent plays for this game. Ryan Graves projected out pretty well for me, along with Gerard. Gerard has the power to play 2, which you can partner him up with Comfer if you wanted to, and Nishoshinkin. I can't pronounce these guys' names. I'm sorry. But that's generally all I got for that game. For different stacks, you can always do a line 2 here with Tavares, Hyman, and Mikheyev. So I generally like to stack lines. So with a little bit of power play correlation as well, because you'll see they get decent power play. Moving on to this game, it is a low implied total, 6, the lowest on the slate, 3.07, the lowest for a favored team on the slate. And for goalies, I will take a risk here. I got a lot of Jordan Binnington. He's not a favored goalie, but I believe that the Blues can win this game tonight, seeing that it's such a tight game. And I don't think Binnington will give up many goals. So he could be a decent option. He's also the cheapest goalie that's not like a favored goalie here. All the favored goalies are 7-8, 8-3, and 8-2. That's because they have the potential for the win. They have a potential for a shutout. So, I mean, all these guys do, but the favored guys are playing lower competition. So, as for stacking, I like the Penguins for stacks a little bit here. Malkin could be a good option with Junazel, because they're both power play 1. Simon produces a very cheap option for a line 1 player at 2,800. He's a very nice value play to go for. And then if you want to do that, then you can partner him with Letang, defenseman. He's a part of the top pairman for the defenseman. One thing with the defenseman, though, is they will mix with lines. So Letang can play with Simon, Gudizel, and Malkin. He can also play with line 2 here. So he's also on power play 1 with these 2 and these 2. So if you want to run a Penguins power play, it'd be these 5 right here. It'd be a 5-man Penguin stack. That is a very risky stack, seeing that power plays don't happen as much or don't happen completely often. But next we have the Edmonton Oilers and the Ottawa Senators, and I have the most exposure to the Edmonton Oilers here. Connor McDavid is an absolute beast. Here, we're going to look at his stats real quick. 8K, but 13 points, 16 points, 11, 24, 15, 23, 22, 52, 33. He is consistently in the double digits, and I see no reason why he can't do that tonight against a very bad Ottawa Senators team. Mikko is a great pay-up option for goalie tonight. He is the confirmed goalie. He's 8,300, but the Ottawa Senators aren't going to put up much of a fight against him, I don't believe. For stacks here, I like Connor McDavid and James Neal and partnering him up with Gagner. And then going down to defenseman and Clefbaum there. Part of that power play 1 team. I think that could be a very nice stack there. Looking over to the Ottawa side. Next. Not too much I like from the Ottawa side. If you're going to want to stack, I got a lot of Tkachuk here, but it's not really a good team to stack. It would be a very contrarian team to stack if you would want to go that way. I got nothing for this Ottawa team. They just didn't project out well. They're not going to be able to get you the points that you want tonight. Then we go to the late game, 10 o'clock here, as the Los Angeles Kings host Washington Capitals. Capitals are one of my favorite team, or my second favorite team tonight. I got a lot of exposure to them. I got a lot of Alex Ovechkin, and a lot of Kuznetsov. Did not get much Holby, and got no Jonathan Quick. My exposures are to I have one Matt Moore. I got a lot of Binnington and a couple Nico. My bad. Um, but I liked stacking this Washington team, and it's kind of easy to stack it. Ovechkin, Kuznetsov. You could add Tom Wilson in there, so you have a line one stack. And I like to throw John Carlson in there. Part of that power play one with Ovechkin and Kuznetsov. If you wanted to do that, you can always throw Eller and Oshie in there as well. So they produce a lot of stackability on this team, and Washington could be a very nice team to stack tonight. I like Alex Ovechkin a lot for this matchup. Jonathan Quick, just not the way he was. Oh, geez, that was like 8-9 years ago now when he won the cup. That was a while ago. Jeez. On the King side, if you wanted to stack them, it's very easy. Feels like the bad teams always have the easiest stacks. It's right here. It's a line one, power play one stack with Kopitar, Brown, and Iafallo. Very cheap too, so it allows you to build a lot around them. And then you can always go down to Doherty here for the defenseman correlation on the power play unit. So that's produces a somewhat interesting thing to stack, but I'm not a huge Kings fan tonight for this matchup against the Capitals. Capitals are, I think, the second best in the Eastern Conference behind Boston, slightly in front of New York. But that's why I just love the Capitals and their matchup here against the Kings. Just two lopsided matchups here that I think you can get a lot from this. I really like, if you can afford it, getting McDavid in a lineup with Ovechkin and Kuznetsov, maybe throwing in an Oshie and going down in Carlson. That's going to force you to go to cheap plays like probably my biggest budget play of the day. Let me find where this guy is Vince Dunn. Power play 2, 2,900. Projects out pretty well here on the on DFS Army. We're going to look up Dunn real quick here at 2,900. He projects out for 2.5 fantasy points per $1,000 at 7.25. That is a very nice value play there. Let's take a look at top value plays according to DFS Army. Their link will be in the description below, so you can sign up and use all these tools. Their link will be in the description below. But for top plays on the day, this is where I got a lot of Jordan Binnington. He is the top play on the day. And that's why I also got a lot of Tkachuk here. He is also projected pretty well. Vince Dunn right there. Kempe for a wing for Los Angeles. So if you're looking for value plays, Dunn, Kempe, Simon right there, along with Ashton Reach and Dermott. These are all the top point per dollar plays. And the top projected plays will be Nathan McKinney with Connor McDavid and Alex Ovechkin, Malkin. So I like playing around with this website. There's a lot of good stuff here. But that's what I got for the NHL tonight. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me guys know if you want to see more. I'm going to be producing more DFS content in the future. So remember to like, comment, subscribe. Let me guys know who you think is going to be the team to stack tonight, the best stack. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow with another video. Probably tomorrow is Thursday. Yes. So I'll probably be back with a Thursday night football video. I might cover the NBA tomorrow, and I might cover the NHL. We will see what happens. But that's going to do it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out, guys.